is the capital city of Indian state of Tamil Nadu. Located on the Coromandel coast of Bay of Bengal, it is the biggest industrial and commercial center in South India and a major cultural, economic and educational center as well. Chennai, formerly known as Madras, is famous for its lively theatrical scene and more importantly is the hub for classical national dance of India, Bharatanatyam. The name Chennai originates from the word Chennapattinam or Chennapattanam or even Chinnupattanam. It is named after Chinnu, the great town which had developed near Fort St. George. The British built this fort in 1640. Chennai is the fourth largest metropolitan city of India. It is both the commercial and cultural capital city of southeastern state of Tamil Nadu. The city is located on the Coromandel coast of the Bay of Bengal. The British developed the city into a major urban center along with a strong naval base in the 17th century. By the 20th century, it became an important administrative center. Chennai, rightly known as an exotic state, is famous for its cutworks in the temples, coconut fringes and silk saris. This 350-year-old city is surrounded by green environment and gifted by rich traditional charm of art and culture. Chennai is divided into north, south, central and west parts. The north side is primarily an industrial area where the Central Park is the commercial heart of the city which is also industry's Paris corner, an important business district. Comparatively, South Chennai and West Chennai used to be residential areas, though now they are becoming commercial regions with many information technology firms, financial companies and call centers. Chennai is stated to be an important contributor towards administrative, military and economic center since the 1st century. The Pallava, the Chola, the Pandya and Vijayanagara, the noticeable dynasties, ruled over Chennai. Mylapore was a major port of the Pallavas. In 1522, the Portuguese built a port called São Tomé. It was named after the Christian leader of reforms, Saint Thomas, who preached in the area between 15 and 70 AD. Madras acquired its name from Madrasi Pattanam, which is a fishing village situated to the north of Fort St. George. There are various versions related to the origin of the name Madras. One of the theory states that the name Madre de Deus must be given by the Portuguese to the village when they arrived there in the 16th century, whereas the historians believed that it is named after a prominent Medeiros family who declared the Madre de Deus as a sacred church in São Tomé in 1575. On the contrary, the other theory says that the village is named after an Islamic college named Madrasa, situated in the same area. Similar to the versions of the origin of the name Madras, there are various such versions related to the origin of the name Chennai as well. It was considered as a part of the empire of King of Chandragiri, the period when British arrived in 1639 AD. Further, it was named as Chennapattanam by the British when they acquired it from Chennappa Nayaka, the leader of Vijayanagara. In Tamil, the language, the word Chennai means face and Chennakeshava Perumal temple was thought of as the face of the city. Therefore, some people believed that the Chennapattanam was named after Chennakeshava Perumal temple. In due course of two towns, Madrasi Pattanam and Chennapattinam merged in the 17th century, that is, the period when British gained possession of the area. The united town was referred as Madrasi Pattanam by the British, whereas the localities preferred to call it Chennapattinam. During 16th and 18th century, Madras was ruled by Portuguese and Frenchmen. The arrival of railway in India during the 19th century helped the city to connect with other crucial cities like Mumbai and Kolkata, which encouraged communication and trading in the surrounding area. On 27th August 1639, a small piece of land was purchased by the British East India Company, which is located on the Coromandel coast in Chandragiri from Peda Venkataraya, king of Vijayanagara. For trading projects, Dharmela Venkatapati, being the ruler of the Vandavasi region, permitted the British to build a factory and a warehouse. The next year, British built the fort St. George, which then became a core part of the growing colonial city. In 1746, the French, under General La Bourdonnais, the governor of Mauritius, who ransacked the town and nearby villages, captured Fort St. George and Madras. The control once again went into the hands of British in 1749 through the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle. They then strengthened the town's fortress wall to defy further attacks from the French and other looming threat by Hyder Ali, the Sultan of Mysore. Along with Tamil Nadu, the other northern modern-day states of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka were conquered by the British in the late 18th century. This was the period when Madras Presidency was established with Madras as the capital. Under British rule, the city grew into a major urban centre and a naval base. During World War I, German light cruiser SMS Emden attacked an oil depot in Madras. This attack demolished the shipping lanes in the Indian Ocean, causing interruption to shipping. Madras was the only Indian city which was attacked during the World War I. After India gained independence in 1947, Chennai became the capital of Madras state. In 1969, Madras state was renamed as the state of Tamil Nadu. Chennai, which is situated near the 13th north parallel and 18th degree longitude, stretches its 19-kilometer length along the Coromandel coast. 172 square kilometer is covered by its irregular shape. Its highest point is only 60 meters above sea level. Moreover, it is a low-lying strip of land. Chennai is located on eastern coastal plains, which are flat plains on the southeastern coast of India and towards the northeast of Tamil Nadu. The average elevation is around 6.7 meters, whereas its highest point is 60 meters. The shoreline of Marina Beach is spread over 12 kilometers along the city's shoreline. Hot, hotter and hottest are the three seasons which are illiberally described by the city. The weather is equally hot and humid for 8 months, leaving the other 4 months, that is November to February. May is the hottest season, with mercury sometimes touching 42 degrees Celsius. December and January are the coolest months with a mean temperature of 24 degrees Celsius. The Chennai monsoon is from October to mid-December. As Chennai lies on the thermal equator, extreme variations in seasonal temperature are prevented. The hottest part of Chennai is Kathrivel, locally known as Agni Nakshatram, meaning fire star, and its maximum temperature is around 38 to 42 degrees centigrade. The average annual rainfall is about 1300 millimeters. Chennai also faces cyclones in the Bay of Bengal. The Coombe River divides the city into a half, whereas the river Adyar divides the southern half into two parts, trisecting the city of Chennai. These rivers flow towards the east. A third river, the Koralayar, flows through the northern peripheries of the city before draining into the sea at Ennore. Parallel to the coast, one can see the historic Buckingham Canal running almost through the entire length of the city. The soil of Chennai mostly consists of clay, sedimentary rocks, and sandstone. River banks and coasts such as Tiruvamiyur, Adyar, Kottivakam, Santhoms, Georgetown, Tondriapet, and the rest of the coastal Chennai have sandy soil. Hence, rainwater percolates quickly through the soil. Cities like T. Nagar, West Mambalam, Anna Nagar, Villivakkam, Perambur, and Virugambakkalam have clay soil, whereas those like Gundi, Perangudi, Velacheri, Adambakkam, and a part of Saidapet have hard rock. Several species of birds and animals have acquired a natural habitat formed by the protected estuary on the Adyar River. The Otteri Nulla, an east-west stream, runs through the North Chennai and meets the Buckingham Canal at the Basin Bridge. Red Hills, Sholavaram, and Chambarabakkam Lake supply Chennai with potable water. The doorway to South India, Chennai is miraculous gift of the land of Tamil Nadu embraces, drawing the equality of unity and diversity from the homeland country India. Chennai carries a legacy of rich cultural heritage imbibed in its fine arts, music and dance forms, people and cuisines. The attribute of being a cosmopolitan city, Chennai mirrors confluence of all the diverse cultures nourishing within its boundaries. The residents of the city, living in sheer harmony with each other, confirm that the varied culture exists, but not at the cost of peace and tranquility of Chennai. The festival color in Chennai funds of the celebration. A number of monuments silently expresses the glorious history of the city they witnessed. The traditional art forms they preserved and continued to keep it alive. The spirit of Chennai, vibrant culture and reminiscent traditions all make the city wonderful and tremendously important as a part of Indian heritage. Chennai is home to various religions, each enjoying respect and faith from even the non-followers. From Hindu, Muslims, Christians to Jains, Chennai has warmly welcomed them all. The capital city and metropolis Chennai is no less than a wonder to explore when it comes to language. Multiple people hailing from diverse backgrounds lead to the flow of many languages within the territory of Chennai. Though Tamil enjoys the status of being the prime language in the city and the mother tongue popularly articulated by the citizens of the city. When it comes to hospitality and traditional food, Chennai beats many of the cities easily. As serving food is seen as an utmost pious deed in the entire South India, get ready to experience unforgettable movements while dining in the land of Chennai. They serve a number of traditional foodstuffs including sambar, dosa, idli, rasam, coconut chutney, dry chutney and kootu with steamed rice on banana leaf, which is the traditional way of dining in Chennai. The city has multiple variants of cuisines for vegetarians as well as for non-vegetarians. Do not forget to taste the rich Tamilian filtered coffee. India, the land of cultures, traditions and diversity, has yet another facet of its various hidden nature in Chennai. The gateway of the South. The hustling and bustling metropolitan city, swirling on the tunes of daily activities, Chennai has a marvelous traditional culture marked by commemoration of several festivals and fairs. An integral part of the socio-cultural fests of Chennai, these festivals provide respite from and humdrum of the city and a look forward to by both the residents as well as the tourists. Besides, these fairs and festivals are a mirror of the social and religious lives and beliefs of people of South India. Pongal is the harvest festival of South India. This is one of the major festivals celebrated in Chennai city of India. Commemorated in the month of January, the festival marks the end of traditional farming season and represents reverence for the new beginning. Chennai, the capital city of Tamil Nadu, celebrates several other festivals with full fun. These festivals include Arubatti Moovar, Mamalapuram, Chittirai, Mahamagam, Kanturi, Velankanni, Navaratri and Saral Viza and many others. Chennai's economy is based on the automobile sector, software services, hardware manufacturing, healthcare and financial services. Companies like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, HCL, EDS, Accenture, Sun Microsystems and HP are based in the city's software and biotech parks. Software exports of rupees 14,42,140 million during 2009 and 10 earned a name for Chennai as the second largest exporter of software in the country behind Bangalore. The industrial hub of South India, which is Chennai, has about 45% of India's auto components and 27% of the vehicle industry. Chennai houses various manufacturing units of various automobile chains across the globe like Mitsubishi, Ford, Hyundai, Ashok Leyland, Royal Enfield, TAFE, MRF, Dunlop as well as TI Cycles to name a few. The integral coach factory manufactures railway coaches and other rolling stock for Indian Railways. Chennai has acquired the name as being the Detroit of Southern Asia. This was possible because of such an industrial expanse. India's leather exports constitute a share of more than 50% that comes from Chennai. A special economy zone has been set up with manufacturers, apparels and footwear. The said special economy zone is located in the southern suburbs of the city. Chennai has an electronics manufacturing hub. This is the place where many MNCs have set up electronics and hardware manufacturing plants. Nokia, Motorola, Samsung, Dell, Flextronics and Foxconn are major examples in that case. Research and development facilities have also been set up in Chennai. Various chemical giants, Dow Chemicals, pharmaceutical giants like Pfizer, along with telecom giants like Ericsson and Alcatel-Lucent would be to name a few. Chennai is a seat of prominent financial institutions including the World Bank, HSBC, Citibank. Chennai holds 3 large national level commercial banks and many state level cooperative banks, finance and insurance companies. Number of small scale industries have also been established in Chennai, availing the good facilities provided by the city. Moreover, industrial units also have been set up in Chennai due to its very liberal policy. Expectedly, by 2025, Chennai's economy would increase to about $150 billion from the current $45 billion. There are many fascinating tourist attractions in Chennai. Chennai offers some beautiful beach resorts. Marina Beach is the pride of Chennai. Visit the historical fort St. George and travel back into time. Chennai also has many spiritual centers, temples and churches. The Parthasarathi temple and the Kapileshwar temple were constructed in the 13th century are example of the Dravidians' architectural skills. Santom Cathedral was built over the tomb of St. Thomas has become an important pilgrimage center. The Snake Park, situated in the Gundi National Park in Raj Bhavan Estate, has large collection of snakes and many other reptiles. Chennai is also the fountainhead of the Theosophical movement with headquarters in Adyar, founded by Madame Blavatsky and Colonel Olcott in 1882. Excursions from Chennai will give tourists a variegated experience of this enchanting land of Tamil Nadu. The best place to start a temple tour is Mamalapuram, from there to Kanchipuram, Chidambaram, Tanjavur, which is also the famous birthplace of Bharatanatyam dance form, Tiruchirappalli and Rameswaram. Transport. The city is the birthplace of the first idea on railways in India. The first thought was conceived in 1831 to 33 in Madras Parliament. In 1832, the first proposal for railway under the British administration was made at Madras, which is 21 years ahead of the first operational railway line in India. Later, in 1836, A.P. Cotton, a civil engineer of Madras, advocated the desirability of railroad in India. In 1845, Madras Railway Company was mooted, and in 1852, Madras Guaranteed Railway Company was formed. In 1852, the work for laying the first track by Madras Guaranteed Railway Company between Madras and Orcott, which started, and in 1856, the first train was between Royapuram and Arcot. In 1895, the first electric trams became operational in the city. The work for suburban train services started in 1928 and became operational in 1931 between Madras Beach and Tambaram with electric multiple units. The tram services were withdrawn in 1953. With the operation of the massed rapid transit system between Chennai Beach and Chupak in 1995, the city is the first to have an elevated track in India. Chennai International Airport has both an international and a domestic terminal. It is the third busiest airport in India and allows easy international travel to dozens of destinations. The city is also served by Chennai Port. This is the largest in Bay of Bengal and the second largest port in India. While some cruise ships depart from the port in high season, it is mainly functions as an important center of commerce for the city rather than a travel option. Chennai's other port, Igmore, is for cargo vessels only. Buses are the main form of public transport in the city. They transport about 5 million passengers on a daily basis on hundreds of routes around the city. This is how most locals get around. The Chennai Mofussil bus terminal is located on the inner ring road in the Coimbatore area and is one of the largest bus stations in all of Asia. Conclusion. The area around Chennai had been a part of successive South Indian kingdoms for many centuries and is an important hub for Carnatic music and hosts a large cultural event.